Let's talk about sex since the church really doesn't want to talk about it. Sex is knowing. The first mention of sex was in Genesis 4:1. It says, "And Adam knew Eve, his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain." And all throughout the Bible, you'll see so and so knew this person and they conceived and they bore a child. Sex is knowing. Knowing is also intimacy. What is intimacy? Intimacy is intimacy. It's being able to see into each other. And knowing, it's to relate. That's why they use the word relations. But why does the Bible refer to sex as knowing? Because knowing is to have an understanding of seeing into each other. And we can't talk about sex without talking about the one who created it. God created sex. God not only created sex for pleasure, but he also created sex for the purpose of two flesh joining together as one. Sex is also marriage. And that's why when you are intimate with someone on a sexual level, you're yoking yourself to that person. There are different levels of intimacy. There's about 5 to 12 stages of intimacy. So it's not only physical, it's mental, emotional, and spiritual, because you're not only yoking yourself together, but you're seeing into each other. And that's why there is a knowing that happens within your spirit when you are in relations with someone. A lot of us women, and there are men that are very intuitive to the person that they're having sex with, because there's a knowing that happens. You are now one flesh. We have to understand God's intention for why he created it. It was for marriage. I believe that the mystery of marriage that Paul in the Bible was talking about was marriage and intimacy is a replica or example of God's love for us and Christ's love for the church. God is love, and is so much to the point where he looks at us as his bride. It's a true example of love and relationship. And it's all about relationship. God is the creator of this. God is the creator, Satan is the imitator. And he has tried to pervert sex when it's God's invention, God's creation. So as amazing as your experience can be, that's how amazing the God that we serve is. But he wants it to be in the context of marriage because it's so spiritual. As human beings, we're not just satisfied with the physical. That's why there's different stages of intimacy, because it's not enough to just be physical. We have to be stimulated mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. That's why they say that it's worse when a woman has an emotional connection to someone than the physical, because there is a tie that happens, a soul tie that happens. Your soul is your mind, your will, and your emotions. So once you are intimate, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually with someone, it's deeper and it goes beyond the physical. When you are physical, you are becoming one. Consummating, to have sex is also to consummate marriage, and it's to seal, because it's a covenant agreement. And you're making a covenant agreement before God. That's why it's not so easy to break away from someone that you have yoked yourself together with, or that you become one with. We are spirit beings having a human experience. We have to make sure that when we make a decision to go in covenant agreement with someone, to yoke ourselves together with someone, that it is what God has for us or wants for us, because it's so powerful.